Hello friends, welcome to another video. Today I will be inking and painting this little house. I have already made the pencil sketch because I am using my phone to film the entire video, and here is the photo which I will be referring. After wetting the entire area, I have started with the first layer in this. The wash is very diluted. I don't have much pigment on my brush, and I just see for the larger areas the greens and the blues and the browns of the wooden house. The surface has already started drying, and I am trying to add this last few washes of brown color to the house. I'm using two colors, burnt sienna and umber, for the house, and we have a very hot summer this time and the paper is drying way too faster. So let's see how long I can work on wet and wet. I'm trying to add some darker spots as well so that I get this beautiful shadows here. I am running out of time. Maybe I'm speaking a little too faster or fumbling, I don't know. Today I need to upload this video, and I decided to add the voiceover at the last moment. So let's see if I keep the voiceover or I just go ahead with the subtitles. Here I'm adding the stones, the washes, the base layer for the stones. I am using hematite genuine for the rocks. It gives a beautiful granulating extra texture which we need for the rocks. Alright, so we are almost done with the base layer. I don't have a blow dryer here today, so I just kept the sketchbook out there and I went for a cup of tea, and when I came back it was all dried for me for the next layers. Now for the next step, I'm using my fine liner. This is a 0.1 and I'll also use 0.5 for the outlining. I am using very scattered lines. It's not very straight or connected lines. It's very scattered. Here and there I'm leaving gaps and dots everywhere. The underpainting is like a guide to me. I use it as a reference, but I don't follow it entirely. I am trying not to draw straight lines intentionally. I'm trying to add crooked lines. If I notice that I'm too straight, I just try to move my hand and make it crooked and some spaces in between. So here I'm drawing the branches of the tree. This would give the impression of a more kind of a raw sketch and not something which is out of our digital medium. The trick is to try not to be perfect and try to be more imperfect. If you can keep your reference photo in front of you, it would be more helpful. It would make your art better. For today, I just have the underpainting as a reference, and I have already checked the photo once or twice in between. So I just am drawing from my memory, but you should keep your reference photo in front of you. That would help a lot. We have our sketch ready with us, and here we go with the second layer of paints. A little more concentrated paints than the first layer. We have more pigments and less water this time. I am using a wash of green as a base layer, and while the paint is still wet, I am adding some darker greens. Now for the darker green, if you see, I'm just adding some blue to the mixture and we have a darker green with us. I am leaving out some of the white or the light green spaces from the underpainting. We don't want to cover it entirely. We want to keep little dots and spaces in between. I am not in my apartment right now, so I was outside, and here I was just brainstorming and trying to be more creative how to film the video, because I don't have a proper space out here, decks and proper lighting. I didn't have this facility, so I was trying to be more creative. And when I didn't find anything inside the house, I took all my stuff and I was just exploring outside and upstairs, and I found a empty space upstairs, and there I just set up my small art corner with my tripods on the side, so I don't have an overhead camera setup, so I am filming from the side if you see the angle here. What I've learned so far from YouTube and all the tutorials from the YouTube gurus in the platform and my own experience is that it's more important to be consistent with the uploading schedule. So wherever you are, I think we must carry our stuff along with us, if it is possible, of course, and ensure that we are uploading regularly. Well, the meaning of regularly can be different for different individuals. For me, it is Tuesdays and Fridays. So I try to be consistently uploading on these 2 days. So yeah, today is Tuesday and I don't have my video ready with me, but still I will try and be on time for you guys. Coming back to the painting which I am doing right now, I want those bleeding effect on this paper, but you see the paper is already dried, so I'm trying to improvise and use some tricks. I am putting out the line first and then going ahead with some water on the brush. I am adding water on top of it. So yeah, there is nothing wrong or right in painting. It's about doing and getting the beautiful effects which you want. How you do it, that's up to you. If you get your desired effects, it's a great thing. You don't have to follow the sketch entirely. I am adding and going out of that structure which we drew earlier, and I'm just adding few dots and leaves here and there wherever it suits me and I think it will look better. If you guys remember the original reference photo, I will put it up once again here for all of you. There are no trees here on the sides of the house. Rather, there was a stack of branches which was kept. I removed that and I added these greens which would complement the brown house. The important point here is you don't have to copy your reference photo entirely. You can choose to add or remove some of the elements and make it your own picture. This is important even though your photo is a copyright-free photo, because the same photo might have been downloaded multiple times before you and other artists might have also tried to paint from the same reference. So if you remove or add some of the elements, it would not be similar to the other artist. I am using two colors here, burnt sienna and the ultramarine blue for the door. I am mixing the colors on the paper surface itself. It gives a more organic look to the door. In watercolors, you will thank yourself if you leave a spot of white space here and there and some unpainted surface areas, a dot or a line here and there, because in watercolors there is no going back, and if you leave a spot, a white spot, it acts as a highlight to the subject which you are painting. Ink and wash is a very beautiful way of painting, especially when I am traveling. I always have my water brushes, my paints, and a small sketchbook ready with me, and my fine liner, of course. So I don't have to worry about the full scale painting if I'm not able to color it up in the spot itself. I take the painting or the sketch home and I color it later. But yeah, this helps me to be ready and paint whenever I want and wherever I want. This is the second painting in the series. If you have not watched the first one, I highly recommend you just click the I button here. I'll link it up. You can watch it after this one. Now I start with the second layer for the rocks. I don't go over the first layer much. I just add some shadows for the rocks and we are done here. This is a cold press paper, which means it has a little texture to it, and when I use my brush in this way, I could get this beautiful effect which give an impression of the wooden boards which I use for the house. I am using the fine liner to add a few more details to the painting. Some crooked lines, some dashes, some dots, some leaves here and there. I want to add some few more texture to it, and this helps me to add the small details here. Alright friends, here we are almost done with the painting. Let me know in the comments if you liked today's video, or if you have any other suggestions for me, let me know, and I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye.
I gotta wait for better days. It's all starting now.